Part 1 CBEX and MMM killed my family. Lagos, Nigeria, April 17, 2025. The cell was a grave of damp stone, its air thick with the stench of shattered hopes. Ebere Nwankwo sat against rusted bars, her orange jumpsuit unbuttoned to reveal the CBEX tattoo etched across her chest: Chinedu, blessing, Ebere, Xender. Each letter was a wound, a name lost to Nigeria's greed. Her pendant, once bearing those initials, was confiscated, but the tattoo was her defiance. 5 cellmates watched, their eyes sharp. Chioma, scar-faced and hard, spat, "You're the CBEX girl, ABI. Stole billions, they say. Talk, or we'll cut you." Ebere's laugh cracked like dry wood. "Billions. I stole dreams, just like Nigeria stole ours." She traced the tattoo, her voice a low tide, pulling them in. "I'm Ebere Nwankwo, 30, the last of my line. Igbo-Benin blood, Papa's prayers, Mama's egusi, my siblings' laughter. We were godly, until MMM slithered in, promising gold. Only 30% of Nigerians know money, and we weren't them. Romans 12 verse 2 begged us not to conform, but we did, and it burned us to ash. Let me take you to Onitsha, 2014, when our compound was alive." The women hushed, caught in Ebere's tale of faith and ruin. Onitsha, Anambra State, 2014. The Nwankwo compound was a heartbeat in Onitsha's dusty sprawl, its mango tree a canopy of secrets. Papa Nwankwo, 55, led dawn prayers, his voice weaving Psalm 23, his graying hair a crown. His teacher's pension barely mended their roof, but his faith was a fortress. Mama Nwankwo, 50, a Benin woman with stories in her eyes, stirred egusi soup, her laughter blending with palm oil sizzle, spinning tales of Benin warriors. Their children, Chinedu, 25, Blessing, 22, Ebere, 20, and Xender, 18, were their son. Chinedu, restless, scribbled tech startup plans, dreaming of apps to lift them. Blessing, a nursing student, patched Xender's scrapes, her smile a balm. Ebere, with beauty that turned heads, led the choir at the Last Saint to Make Heaven ministry, her voice a river. Xender, at the University of Benin, devoured novels, his wit sharp. Sundays were joy. They trekked to church, rappers bright, singing Igwe. They shared cola nuts with cousins, feast stretching to dusk, P-squares no one like you playing. Their Igbo-Benin heritage, communal, devout, wove them tight. What makes us rich? Ebere asked Blessing, braiding her hair. Blessing smiled. Love, always. But Nigeria's shadows loomed, 33% unemployment, inflation gnawing. The Nwankwos, in faith, didn't hear the serpent. By 2015, Onitsha burned with MMM, promising 30% returns in 30 days, a mutual aid, mask-hiding poison. Nigeria, with 30% financial literacy and 53.4% blind to spending, was prey. #MMM Niger blazed on social media, WhatsApp buzzed with testimonies, markets and churches sang its praise. Chinedu felt its sting. Jobless, his degree useless, he roamed main market. In April, at Mama Ngosi's Accra stall, Obi rolled up in a Toyota. MMM, Chinedu. N2 million. Obi crowed, flashing a bank alert. Market women clapped, chanting, Obi Don Hammer. Chinedu's pride bled. I'm fine, he lied. Obi smirked. Fine. Your family day trek. Trader's pity cut. That night, Chinedu's phone glowed with #MMM Niger, screenshots of millions, join or stay poor. He knelt before Papa. MMM's our way out. Papa, Bible open, frowned. Chinedu, quick wealth is a trap. But the market's taunts echoed. When does trust turn to betrayal? The tide turned at the Last Saint to Make Heaven ministry. Pastor Odumodu, a charismatic giant, preached fire. In May 2015, his sermon echoed his claim, Jesus doesn't love poor people. Poverty is a sin, he roared, gold watch glinting. Do we continue in sin that grace may abound? God forbid. Job was a just man because he was rich. I put in 5 million in MMM, and God tripled it. Invest, or spit on Jesus' love. Parishioners leapt, waving bank alerts. Ebere, in the choir, felt her heart lurch. Blessing whispered, "Pastor's anointed." Xender showed WhatsApp, classmates posted MMM gains, level up. Papa Nwankwo clutched his Bible. After Mass, Odumodu called him aside. "Brother Nwankwo, your children trek. MMM is Jesus' plan. Poverty is sin, do we continue in it? God forbid. Job's wealth proved his faith. Invest, or deny God." Papa's hands shook. "Pastor, Scripture says seek the kingdom." Odumodu's smile was cold. "The poor are cursed. Choose wealth." Papa sat under the mango tree, Romans 12 verse 2 open, "Do not conform," but Odumodu's words burned, "Poverty is sin. Can faith shield us from greed?" Pressure mounted. At market, women swarmed Mama. "Join MMM." Mrs. Okeke urged, her gelly gleaming. "My son's building a house." Mama wavered. "What if it fails?" Mrs. Okeke scoffed. "Odumodu says it's God." Chinedu showed Instagram, MMM influencers in mansions. Blessing and Ebere begged, "Papa, try." Xender, mocked for worn shoes, nodded. Papa, torn by Odumodu, relented. Small, then. In June 2015, they pooled N500,000, Papa's pension, Mama's gold, Blessing's laptop, Ebere's dresses, Xender's books. By August, returns flowed, N50,000, N100,000. The compound sang, a new TV, patched roof, Ebere's new wrapper. They hosted a feast, cousins dancing to flavor. Neighbors cheered, invest more. WhatsApp buzzed, MMM forever. Is wealth a blessing or a curse? But payouts slowed. Chinedu checked his phone, face tight. Mama prayed, rosary worn. Papa, sensing ruin, clung to his Bible. December 2016 struck. MMM froze accounts, its website dead. The Nwankwo's N500,000 vanished. Chinedu punched the wall, screaming, "Papa, you trusted Odumodu." Ebere sobbed, "Dresses gone." Blessing stared, nursing dreams dust. Xender hid from taunts. Mama held Papa, his eyes voids. What happens when trust crumbles? January 2017 brought Uncle Emeka, a Lagos tycoon with a serpent smile, claiming the Nwankwo ancestral land in Umuoji. The 5-acre plot, yam fields, burial grounds, a stream Mama once fetched from, was Papa's birthright, shared with Emeka from their late father. Emeka, enriched by oil deals, wanted it for a factory, his greed stoked by Papa's ruin post-MMM. Emeka arrived, his Range Rover kicking dust, flanked by lawyers in crisp suits. He waved forged documents, claiming their father gifted him the land in 1980. Papa, broken but defiant, clutched a 1975 title deed, its edges worn but legal. "This is our blood," he told Mama, voice trembling. The family hired barrister Okoye, a local lawyer with a limp, known for fighting lost causes. Okoye warned, "Emeka's money buys judges, but we'll fight." The case opened at the Anambra High Court in Awka, a decaying building, its fans creaking. The courtroom was a stage, packed with Umuoji villagers, Nwankwo cousins, and Emeka's hired crowd. Judge Chukwuma, stout with a gold chain, presided, his eyes flicking to Emeka. Papa sat with Mama, Chinedu, Blessing, and Ebere, Xender at university. The air was heavy, sweat and ink mingling. Okoye presented Papa's deed, stamped 1975, and called witnesses, Uncle Obi, who saw their father divide the land, and Mama's cousin, who farmed it. "This is Nwankwo heritage," Okoye declared, his limp forgotten. Villagers nodded, murmuring, "Truth." Papa's eyes shone, whispering, "God fights for us." Emeka's lawyer, Barrister Nwosu, a Lagos shark in silk, smirked. He produced a 1980 document, pristine, claiming Emeka's gift. "My client's title is clear," Nwosu said, voice oily. He called witnesses, two strangers, suits too new, stories too smooth. "We saw the gift," one lied, eyes down. Villagers hissed, sensing lies. Chinedu clenched his fists. "They're bought." Mama shushed him, rosary clicking. Ebere saw Judge Chukwuma glance at Emeka, who slipped an envelope to an aide. "Is justice for sale?" Okoye cross-examined, sharp. You saw the gift in 1980, but you're 28, he pressed one witness, who stammered. Villagers clapped, but Chukwuma banged his gavel. Order, he snapped, eyes cold. Okoye submitted surveys proving Papa's claim, but Nwosu countered with a surveyor, later seen at Emeka's hotel, reeking of bribes. Emeka visited Papa's compound, Range Rover gleaming. Drop this, brother, he said, smile ablade. I'll pay N1 million. Papa spat, this is my children's future. Emeka laughed. Future? MMM left you nothing. His aide whispered to a local chief, who visited Chukwuma's chambers. The trial dragged, each session a wound. Papa sold his bicycle for Okoye's fees, his health fading. Mama prayed, voice hoarse. Chinedu and Blessing skipped meals. Ebere sang at church, Odumodu's words, poverty is sin, haunting her. Villagers brought yams, but others, bribed by Emeka, jeered, Papa's finished. Mid-trial, Okoye uncovered Emeka's surveyor's fraud, his license was fake. This proves forg. Outside, MC Monica, a market woman with a booming voice, grabbed Papa's arm. Oga, even if we are not talking, whatever you do, have money, because in a case, the poor man is always wrong. Her words, heavy with truth, sank into Papa's heart. Villagers surrounded him, but Emeka's allies jeered, go farm heir. What happens when justice betrays? Papa stopped eating, prayers gone. On February 10, 2017, he wrote a note, Romans 12 verse 2, do not conform. I failed you. Forgive me. He slipped into the backyard, the mango tree's shadow swallowing him. At dawn, Mama's scream tore the compound. Blessing ran, feet bloody, and found him, Papa, hanging from the tree, his face still, as if peace had claimed him. The family collapsed, wails rising. Chinedu clutched the note, fists tight. Ebere fell, dirt smearing her face. Blessing held Mama, who rocked, whispering, my love. Neighbors gathered, weeping, muttering. MMM and Emeka finished him. As the sun climbed, a stranger lingered at the compound's edge, face shadowed. He watched, then